he wasn't born rich. In fact, he used to sleep on the floor of a one-bedroom flat with his 3 brothers. His father had passed when he was just 12. And from that moment, he told himself, "I'll never be poor again." By the time he was 20, he was flipping second-hand phones on the street. Rain, heat, hunger, nothing stopped him. And when he finally opened his first shop, he didn't sleep for 3 days. Not because of stress, but because he was too excited, too grateful. In the beginning, he would pray every salah in the back of the shop. He even gave his first profit in sadaqah. But slowly, as the money grew, the dhikr faded. 1 shop became 2. 2 became 3. He started importing electronics in bulk and selling faster than anyone around. People started calling him Ustad just out of respect. But the truth was, he hadn't opened the Qur'an in months. Friday khutbahs? He'd walk in during the last 5 minutes, scroll his phone during the dua, and leave before the final taslim. Still, the money kept pouring in. A BMW, a Rolex, a flat overlooking the city skyline. Even his tasbih beads were made of real stone, imported from Turkey. He was living the dream. At least, that's what it looked like. Then came the night. He was at a 5-star restaurant, sealing a deal with 2 international investors. Everyone was clapping, toasting mocktails, laughing over lamb chops. That's when his phone rang. It was his assistant. Then again, he picked up annoyed. "What is it?" Silence. Then, "Boss, your warehouse, it's on fire." His heart dropped. He stood up, dropped his napkin, didn't even say goodbye. He drove like a madman across the city. Fire trucks, police lines, smoke flooding the sky. He watched helpless as everything burned. The warehouse held over 80% of his inventory. Laptops, phones, consoles, tablets. Gone. By morning, he thought the worst was over. But then the bank called. His largest client, an overseas distributor, had pulled out. Without that contract, his accounts were frozen. Debt piled up overnight. Rent notices, legal warnings, staff quitting. It took just 3 days for his entire empire to collapse. He sat on the cold steps of a masjid he hadn't visited in weeks. Fajr was being called, but his heart was silent. No more investors, no more luxury. Just him and the haunting question, where did I go wrong? And then he remembered his mother's voice. Just 2 months earlier, she'd said to him, "Son, don't let your risk make you forget the one who gives it." He had smiled, kissed her forehead, and replied, "Don't worry, Mama. Allah knows I believe in him." But now, he realized belief isn't just in the heart. It's in the sajda you don't skip, the zakat you give without delay, the business deals you walk away from because they displease Allah. That morning, he entered the masjid. No wudu, no confidence, just a broken heart. He washed up slowly, tears mixing with the water. And for the first time in years, he stood in salah with no phone buzzing, no meetings waiting. Just him and his Rab. Guide us to the straight path. He repeated the words like a starving man tasting food. And he wept. Wept for the years wasted. The prayers missed. The arrogance disguised as success. That day changed everything. He sold what he could, returned the luxury car, moved into a small, humble flat near his mother's house. And for the first time in his adult life, he prayed every salah on time. He read Qur'an with his mother after Fajr. He gave sadaqah quietly, not in the thousands, but with sincerity. He even returned to the markets, this time selling with Halal principles, no deceit, no riba, no chasing shortcuts. People asked, "Bro, you had everything. What happened?" And he would smile, place his hand on his chest, and say, "I still have everything, Alhamdulillah," because he understood now that sometimes Allah breaks your dunya to save your akhirah. And that is a trade he would take every single time. Did this story move you? Drop a moon emoji in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true Islamic stories every single week.